Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Perry here, and we're going to do a quick video. Going to be getting busy here over the next few weeks, so I don't know whether I will be able to, do a video or not. So I figured let's just do, sort of, a once over, if you will, over the reef, just to see the progression. Not a lot to report. Just continued efforts to eliminate, algae as it presents itself in the structure, or on the structure, I should say, and doing very consistent inputs as far as feeding is concerned. The carbon source has been amplified slightly to 0.3 ml per day, and you can see the rocks are getting coralline covered. I'm starting to notice a lot of coralline on the glass. The acans are probably the standout, I would say. Not only did I get a good selection of acans, like this gem right here. I know it doesn't look like much in the video, but I assure you, it has a golden sunsetty with a little rib of green in it, and it's just absolutely a stunning piece. Of course, it's the slowest growing acan, wouldn't you know? This one is just a puff master. Some of these down on this side here are really puffed out, which, they're getting a lot of the debris, detritus that pushes over the reef. This has quite a big undertow, and so if you were to just sit here and watch the reef, you would see sort of this sweeping that comes in from the left and comes all the way down the reef, and then it sort of makes its way back over, and you see the MP10 in the back. So that's basically what that's doing, is it's giving me really no detritus settling points on the back side of the glass. So let's kind of peruse through here to another cave. See, you can see what I'm talking about. And the detritus that is gathering all around here. Now I am due for removal today. Little piece of coral that broke off. I think that's like a monopora of some sort. Well, not of some sort. It's that elkhorn one. Busted into a bunch of pieces. I ended up removing it, but you can see the polyps, just insane. And then we can kind of scan the acros, because I am seeing a little bit of a sort of a color up, and so I'm really pleased with what's going on. Like this right here, going a little bit closer, is the bonsai acro, and look at the perps that are coming out in it. Again, that's the end game, right? We're trying to hit the lineage and the targeted lineage, I guess the intended coloration, but going past that, that's always been my game. That's what I try to do. I try to go beyond what we're supposed to pull, and sometimes we pull it off, sometimes we don't. That's that wild Millie, and if you look carefully, it's about to go through a growth explosion. A lot of indicators with these little, you can see these little nubs popping, and it's starting to get a few different colorations ribbed in through it. Some green, some yellow, some orange. This is going to be something crazy special once the branches start popping off. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on that wild Millipora. Right here is the PC Rainbow. Now, in the last episode, or the last video, I should say, that I did, you saw a lot more of that mustarding. Now look at the red coming in. A lot of red starting to come into the coral and starting to pull some of them rainbow colors. I love the mustard color, but I do want to pull a little bit more red out of it, and of course seeing that green down along the base. So ideally, if I can if I can start pulling the red and it starts going red towards the tips, then new growth should show in a purple-ish color. And if I can get all of those colors, then that will be well done on the PC Rainbow. Don't let anybody make you think that that is not an exceptional coral. You know, we got to get away from this whole idea that if it's not high-end, quote-unquote high-end, that it's not a desirable coral. I mean, like this right here. When's the last time you've seen a mint green base with purple? You know, you just don't see these kind of colors. That's my coral right there. That's the purple snow. Now, granted, I will be wanting to see this green color transition more into a pearling color, and that will happen, I think so, under these T5s if I continue with this program like I've been doing. You know, I do feel that we're starting to get into the lower nutrient range, but again, I'm not really testing because I know me, and I just use common sense when it comes to reefing. And the common sense that I use is if there's food going in and there's algae in the tank, there's nutrients. There you go, common sense. All right, so look at the confetti. So you can see some weird shit going on down at the base. Starting to get some, I don't know if it's starting to get some of that GFP infection, but it's definitely got some fiery color to it. I don't even really know this coral per se. So as far as what to expect, or you know, what would be considered a highly colored confetti, probably is not something I would really know how to distinguish at this point. But I do feel that it's given me some amazing color, so I'm real pleased with it. Either way, doesn't really matter. That was the RMF Psychoberry. That thing has been a bitch of a coral. I'm not gonna lie. I got that from Cole, and then Matt gave me a little piece back, and that little piece has just been basically that since I got it back. It has done absolutely little, but you can see the colors are really starting to come in. So I'm expecting some really cool things from this coral here. Of course, the Neutron, I am starting to see some different color of, you see sort of a greenish color here, but if you were to do a top down, it looks anything but green. It's more gold. So again, I believe I'm hitting stride with that particular coral, as with the Cookie Monster pictured here. Sorry about the shaking. The Cookie Monster is the, I think, Matt V Cookie Monster. So, yeah, I think it's starting to do something pretty cool. I see a nice greenish, sort of turquoising base with some really fiery blue accents, particularly on the tips and the radials. So, yeah, I'm real pleased with that coral. And then this is very brown right now, but you can see the underlying aquamarine color. It is the aquamarine jewel. It's happy, it's brown. It's like I said, you know, that is an indicator that there's plenty of nutrients. So, you know, again, those that get alarmed with my not testing or using observation over test kits sometimes can piss people off because, you know, they want to hang on to data, and sometimes we got to go past data. We've got to start looking deeper into the system, and we got to start recognizing trends. What are the trends of the coral? What is it doing? When I look throughout right now, I am on an uptrend. You know, the algae is not as significant. My brushings are, you know, not every day, more like every other day. And so, yeah, you know, when I sort of scan out and take like the full reef in, I have moved a couple things about. Again, it's always going to be an effort to see if we can get contrasting placement of corals. Big into that. That's why the reef is essentially modular. It can be taken apart, and I can take individual pieces and take them outside, scrub at them, so I don't have one locked in reef here. It is, yeah, like modular. It's able to be broken down into bits and pieces, which, I really prefer. Makes things a lot easier, especially with pest management. Obviously, we don't want those, but it does happen in this hobby. So, yeah, I guess that's it for this update, number 14. I know it was just like a couple weeks ago I put out an update, but I've been sort of semi-retired, and yeah, I'm gonna probably be going back to work here pretty soon, and my time will be, oh gosh, it's gonna be crazy to see how can I pull off, growing a reef, the food forest, watching the sun come up every day, with circadia tapping and riding my bike 20 miles a day and training. And I mean, the things that I like to do, but these are sacrifices that, we obviously have to make. So it is what it is. But I don't anticipate that I'll have the time to be doing another update for a minute. So it'll probably be like a month or so. We'll catch back up, and hopefully I'll have something even more significant and hopefully a little bit more colorful to present. Thank you for following along, and I appreciate it, guys. Take care.